With this mayoral appointment on the table tonight, I thought a little history lesson for the council might be fun. And so I think we're going to start off with a short jump to begin with back to the 1950s, when the science fiction novelist H. Beam Piper brought out the novel Lone Star Planet, which I'm assuming the council has not read. It's a fascinating book, though, because it's set on a planet called New Texas, settled, of course, by immigrants from the original Texas. And they have enough experience with government overreach that they built a very interesting feature into their new constitution. A provision that the practice of politics by any individual is an affirmative defense against a charge of murder should that individual be killed. The practice of politics, in effect, became a crime. Now, it's interesting that Piper, of all people, should have come up with this because he had a very Toynbee-esque take on history. But what he did was stumble across actually a very important part of humans' historical reality. Beginning with the emergence of behaviorally modern humans about 50,000 years ago, and continuing on to the emergence of coercive states about 5,000 years ago, every human who lived existed in a society that would have been what we would describe as fiercely egalitarian, in which decisions were made by unanimous consent, and in which there was only one kind of crime. This crime was attempting to exercise authority over anyone else. If you lived in such a society and you tried to tell someone else what to do, you were killed by your family or your neighbors, not as a deterrent, not as a punishment, but because you had threatened the community by trying to control others, and you had to be removed. Yes, counselors, let that sink in for a minute. You represent humanity's original definition of evil. You are the original sin, not a serpent in a tree. You. And this act that the council is about to go through in a few minutes here to appoint a new mayor is, well, it's just the purest and most refined form of that form of evil. There is not, there will never be, and there can never be any such thing as legitimate authority. That would be illogical.